Manx Radio Sport, brought to you by the Pritchard.
Half clear by Charlie Higgins, out to around 30 yards out here. Here's Priestley again. Takes on McDonald, I should say. Sam Gelling ripped away from him. McDonald to come away with it again. Tries a through ball through the centre. That's taking a big deflection. It's around Mark Blair and poked into the back of the net by Alex Priestley. And City of Liverpool take the lead at the ball. FC Alaman 0, City of Liverpool 1 with less than 3 minutes played. It's been a bright start from the visitors and they have made it count. It was Alex McDonald with the through ball that took a bit of a deflection through the heart of the FC Alaman defence. Alex Priestley latching onto it, tried to get round Mark Blair. It took a touch off Blair, came back off Priestley again. That took it round him and he pokes into the back of the net. For the first time in just under 460 minutes of football, City of Liverpool have found the back of the net. FC Alaman 0, City of Liverpool 1. Shock start, Darren.
Yeah, it really is. But it's a really nice goal by City of Liverpool. FC Alaman don't really deal with the corner. Comes back out. City of Liverpool just work their way into the box, and it's a nice finish into the back of the net.
Halfway inside the City of Liverpool half, cuts an infield on the pass. That's intercepted this time by Liam Gould. Getting away from 1-2 challenges. Great footwork from Liam Gould, who gets it back off a teammate. That's a through ball through the heart of the FC Alaman defence and going down under the challenge. No foul's been given and through on goal. Good effort and saved. Effort on the rebound this time from Ryan Williams is blocked by an FC Alaman defender. Half clear by Josh Kane. Only as far as Olakovsky. Down in that far right-hand corner, Josh Kane just cannot get away. Olakovsky gets a sliding challenge in and puts it out for an FC Alaman throw-in over on their left-hand side. But dangerous moments. FC Alaman living dangerously. Yet again, great work from Gould in the centre of the park for City of Liverpool. City of Liverpool do actually have a player down. It's Vincent Wright here, who may be just struggling with a bit of a physical issue just at the moment here. But the ball through the centre of the park and Alex Priestley was sent through on goal. I think there was claims that he'd actually tripped Harry Best, who'd come across from the left-hand side to get in his way. Best went down, no foul, said the referee, and through on goal. Alex Priestley put it straight at Mark Blair. Glaring opportunity. City of Liverpool could have quite easily doubled their lead there.
Yeah, and to be honest, Rob, they really should have. Alex Priestley, you probably won't get a better opportunity than that all game.
Just ticking on to 22 minutes played here. FC Alaman 0, City of Liverpool 1. Steve Whitley with the corner for FC Alaman from that right-hand side. Left-footed in swinger to the near post. And it's headed over the top of the crossbar after a couple of deflections. And the final touch is off Kieran Arnold right to turn it away on the line. So Steve Whitley's ball in. It took one little bobble off the head of someone and then a bobble off the head of another in the midst of everything. Looked destined for the far corner, but Kieran Arnold right, holding his position on that right-hand post. And I'm sure was he glad that he did, because he's been able to head it back over the crossbar.
Yeah, I don't think he knew anything about that either.
Takes deflection off Pennington, does his clearance, and Pennington will collect that in the centre circle and peels away and out to the left-hand side here. Has the option of Jacob Crook down the left flank, looks through the channel instead to Sam Gelling, who's forced back a couple of yards, and back to Josh Kane on the left-hand side around 40 yards out. Wants to whip one into the box. Charlie Higgins won't control it initially. Steve Whitley back to Higgins onto his left foot, feeds it into Carl Watson a few yards out, who hits the crossbar with his effort and deflects out for a City Liverpool throw on the right-hand side. But the clearest sight of goal that FC Alaman have had so far in this first half. Worked well from the left-hand side. Josh Kane into the feet of Charlie Higgins, who had his back to goal. Just knocked it into the path of Steve Whitley on the edge of the box. Back to Higgins, who found the through ball to Carl Watson, who was advancing from midfield into the right edge of the penalty area. And Watson, from just a few yards out, with the goalkeeper advancing, lashed it at goal. And it comes crashing off the crossbar, Darren. Huge chance for the home side.
Massive chance. That's their best chance of the game so far by an absolute mile. Kyle Watson finding himself in a position he doesn't really often find himself in the box. Charlie Higgins with a really nice slip ball into him. And he's just gone for pure power, which, I mean, you can kind of understand in the position that he was. And if just a few centimetres lower, it would have hit the back of the net, but he really should have done better.
Flicks it into path of Pennington. Can't keep it under his spell, though, on the left edge of the box. That allows Liam Gould to step in on the loose ball and clear. And that is the end of the first half here. And right now, City of Liverpool currently thoroughly upsetting the odds at the moment. Half-time, FC Alaman 0, City of Liverpool 1. Now an opportunity right at the start of the second.
Yeah, like you said, didn't really take too many of the opportunities he had. Haven't had many opportunities in this game so far, but here's a good one for them.
Dean Pennington it'll be with the left-footed outswinger. There's two in the wall for City of Liverpool, just off centre to the left-hand side. This free kick. There's Pennington into the box. It goes back towards goal and into the back of the net. It's Charlie Higgins with his first goal since the end of January. FC Alaman 1, City of Liverpool 1, with just over 5 minutes played in the second period, like the visitors did in the opening half. FC Alaman have struck early in the second, whipped in by Dean Pennington over the wall into the body of players, and it was Charlie Higgins with a telling left boot to it with his 23rd goal of the season around 10 yards out, rifled a volley past Ethan Cross into the goalkeeper's bottom right-hand corner. It's the start to the second half that FC Alaman will have no doubt wanted. All square under the floodlights, Darren. 1-1.
Yeah, and it's good goal from Charlie Higgins, actually. Dean Pennington It was a well-worked free kick routine, actually. FC Alaman had a few players that went before Dean Pennington actually put the ball in. He kind of just held it a little bit, allowed Charlie Higgins to find himself a bit of space in the centre, put the ball past the goalkeeper. Not much he could really do about it there. City of Liverpool have worked really, really hard in this game up until now. They'll obviously try and do as best as they can, but they don't have the sub-players to keep it going.
Ethan Cross over the goal kick for City of Liverpool. This game, as Darren mentioned before, still has very much the potential to swing either way. Steve Whitley looks over the top of the City of Liverpool defence. Bouncing ball on the edge of the City of Liverpool penalty. That's a poor header back by Bradley Elms. Charlie Higgins has capitalised and poked it past the goalkeeper. FC Alaman 2, City of Liverpool 1. And after such a good game so far for the City of Liverpool captain, it is he who makes the mistake that Charlie Higgins capitalises on. Awkward bouncing ball on the edge of the box. Elms gets in front of Charlie Higgins, tries to head it back to his keeper, but Higgins reads it, gets between Elms and the goalkeeper and just pokes it past Ethan Cross and into the bottom corner. After such a sturdy performance in the City of Liverpool defence, it's a mistake by the man with the armband that has handed FC Alaman the lead for the first time in this contest with just under 5 minutes remaining of the 90. FC Alaman 2, City of Liverpool 1. It's a gift, Darren, but Charlie Higgins took it.
Yeah, he made the most of it. He did well following the ball. He didn't give it up. Poked it past the goalkeeper, like you said, but that is absolutely gutting for City of Liverpool. I just looked to my right-hand side. Sal Mark dropped to his knees, and you can understand why they fought so hard in this game. Bradley Elms, he's been a key part of that game up until now.
The referee, Declan Dunn, is going to bring that back for a free kick, but we still haven't had any indication yet, Darren, of how much additional time we might get at the end of the half as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure it'll be majorly long. We've not had too many stoppages, I don't think, this half.
Free kick taken quickly, floated out to Charlie Higgins on the left edge of the penalty area, who's got so much space. Into Pennington, through on goal to seal it, and scores FC Alaman's third, and seals 3 points for the home side, surely. FC Alaman 3, City of Liverpool 1. Free kick taken quickly, quick thinking just inside the FC Alaman half, floated out to Charlie Higgins, who had so much green turf in front of him on the left edge of the penalty area to look up and wait for the options. He had an option at the back post, but he waited instead for Dean Pennington charging in at the near post. He took it in his stride, past the centre half and up against the goalkeeper, slotted it to Ethan Cross's left-hand side and into the bottom corner. FC Alaman, they'll have been looking for a little bit of insurance going into stoppage time. They've had to fight back. They've been frustrated for much of today up against City of Liverpool. But right now, they're on course for 3 points heading towards stoppage time. FC Alaman 3, City of Liverpool 1 down. They made it almost look easy in that sense.
Yeah, they did. A great ball out to Charlie Higgins, who does well, gets his head up, sees Dean Pennington running in. Excellent first touch, really, to get away from the defender, and then just a poke past Ethan Cross into the back of the net. And you've got to say, FC Alaman, they probably deserve it. Well, they definitely deserve it in the end. The quality, I think, unfortunately for City of Liverpool, probably just ended up showing up. You can see the difference between the two sides. City of Liverpool, though, they put in a great performance tonight, and I'm sure they'll take pride in that. But FC Alaman, they've got good, needed 3 points on the board.
City of Liverpool today, who started this game, and particularly in the first half, put in an outstanding performance in the first period. But ultimately, just proving a little too much here on Manx Shores with a depleted squad in a turbulent season. Harrison Aubrey-Williams with the City of Liverpool free kick to the edge of the FC Alaman penalty area, headed away by Maitland. It's Vincent Wright to head back forward into the centre. Carl Watson clears. And now FC Alaman on the break again, because it's into Pennington. 2v1 towards goal. It's Pennington. He's got Charlie Higgins across. Higgins maybe in for his hat-trick. He's somehow blazed it over from 10 yards. He hits the deck. That was the match ball in his hands, and he's led it through his fingers. Goodness me, Charlie Higgins, I don't think he or anyone of an FC Alaman persuasion can believe that. Carl Watson feeding Dean Pennington through the centre of the park. Pennington and Higgins racing away. It was 2v1 up against Elms. Pennington unselfishly to his left found Higgins, who up against the goalkeeper almost maybe had too much time on his hands, just put his foot through it, Darren, and inexplicably from 10 yards just blazed it over the crossbar.
Look, you can't really criticise Charlie Higgins too much tonight. He's got 2 goals and an assist. But that was absolutely terrible. With 5 yards out from goal. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's absolutely blazed it. It's gone as high as the trees behind the goal.
Indeed. Well, we're coming up towards the end of the 3 additional minutes. In fact, that is the end of the 3 minutes. FC Alaman back to winning ways under the floodlights. It has finished FC Alaman 3, City of Liverpool 1. But boy, did FC Alaman have to work for that result this evening.
Manx Radio Sports, brought to you by the Pritchard.